The air in the towering glass edifice of Apex Dynamics always smelled of expensive coffee ambition. To Anaya, it was simply the scent of the floor polish she used. At 26, with a diploma in business administration tucked away in a small damp box under her bed, she moved through the hallowed halls with a quiet grace. Her uniform, a simple blue dress, always immaculate, a small rebellion against the circumstance that had placed her here. Anaya had been raised in the vibrant, chaotic heart of Kibera. Her childhood was a symphony of shared laughter in tight spaces, the scent of boiling maize, and the ever present struggle. Her mother, a once vibrant woman, had been worn down by years of single handedly raising three children and a persistent respiratory illness that the dust and the damp of their single room house excavated. Anaya's dreams of university had been extinguished not by a lack of merit, but by a lack of shillings. The diploma from a local college was a hard won consolation prize, a key that, in a nation choking on unemployment, seemed to fit no lock. So she cleaned. She wiped the smudges from billion shillings views of Nairobi, her hands wiping away the grime so others could dream bigger. Her salary, meager as it was, paid for her younger siblings' school fees and her mother's medication. Her own dreams were folded neatly and stored away, like the clothes in her one suitcase. Cairo at 30 was the king of this concrete jungle. As the CEO of Apex, his name was synonymous with ruthless deals, fast cars, and even faster relationships. The society pages chronicled his escapades with models and socialites, painting a picture of a man who enjoyed the chase but never the capture. He was brilliant, driven, and though he'd never admit it, deeply bored. One frantic Tuesday, after a particularly tensed board meeting, Cairo realized his wallet was missing. It wasn't the money, a drop in his ocean, but the encrypted drive inside, containing sensitive merger documents. Panic and rare emotions for him set in. He tore his office apart, his PA making frantic calls. Meanwhile, Ayana was methodically cleaning the executive lounge on the 20th floor. Under a plush leather sofa, her clothes brushed against fine grained leather. She pulled out a sleek black wallet, bulging with cash and cards. Her heart didn't leap with greed, but with a pang of sympathy for whoever had lost it. She didn't rummage through it. Instead, he took it straight to the head security. An hour later, a relieved Kylo had his wallet back. Intrigued, he asked to meet the honest cleaner. He expected a frowning Star Trek individual. What he found was Anaya, her gaze steady, her demeanor calm. Thank you, he said, his voice softer than he intended. You have no idea, you have no idea the trouble you saved me. It was the right thing to do, sir, she replied, her voice a gentle melody. She didn't recognize him as the famous Cairo. To her, he was just another stressed executive in a suit. Her lack of recognition was a novelty. Her kindness, devoid of any agenda, was a balm. He found himself inventing reasons to be in the building at odd hours just to see her. He would ask her about her day, and she would speak of her siblings' good grades or her mother's improving health with a pride that had nothing to do with wealth. He started taking his lunches in the staff canteen, engaging her in conversations about everything from Kenyan politics to her favorite mitumba finds. He fell, not with a dramatic plunge of a waterfall, but with the quiet, inevitable sip of rain into thirsty earth. He felt for the light in her eyes when she spoke of her family, for the strength in her hands that had known so much work, for the peace she carried within her. For Anaya, Cairo was a surprise. He was witty, surprisingly well read, and listening to her as if her opinions were on renewable energy or community gardens were the most important thing he would hear all day. He never looked down on her. He looked at her, truly saw her. When he finally asked her out, it wasn't to a five-star restaurant, but to a quiet art gallery she'd mentioned wanting to visit. The other cleaners, women who had become her surrogate family, pulled her aside. Anaya, msichana wangu, warned Mama Otieno. the matriarch of the cleaning crew. That one, Cairo, he is known. His heart is a bus stop with many passengers. Do not let his sweet words make you a fool. Men like him do not marry girls from Kibera. Their warnings planted a seed of doubt. She saw the tabloid pictures of him with glamorous women. The conflict tore at her. Or was she just a new diversion for the bored billionaire? The breaking point came at a company fundraiser. Cairo, wanting to show her off, insisted she come. Anaya, in a simple but elegant dress she had saved for months to buy, felt like an imposter. The stairs were a physical weight. She overheard a pair of society women sneer. Is that the cleaner? Mr. CEO is really slamming it this time. Heart aching, she fled to the balcony. Cairo found her there, tears glistening in her eyes under the Nairobi stars. They are right, aren't they? She whispered, the vulnerability in her voice shattering him. I'm just a story for you. The Cinderella from the slums, a temporary adventure. Cairo took her hands, his usually confidence replaced by lost sincerity. Anaya, look at me, he pleaded. You think I don't know my own life? I've dated heiresses and celebrities. They wanted my money, my status. You returned my wallet without a second thought. You look at me and see a man, not a bank account. You've shown me a kind of wealth I've never knew existed. My life before you was in black and white. You are all the color. He didn't just speak, he acted. He visited her mother in Kibera, not with condescension, but with respect, sitting on a low stool and drinking the tea she offered. He used his resources not to shower Anaya with meaningless gifts, but to ensure her mother got the best medical care and her siblings secured scholarships. The conflict didn't vanish overnight. The trust was built brick by brick. Anaya, with her quiet dignity, taught Cairo about the world beyond balance sheet. And Cairo, with his unwavering devotion, gave her safety to finally fully unfold her own dreams. Their wedding wasn't a splashy society event covered by the press. It was a vibrant, joyful celebration in a garden filled with the sound of genge music and laughter, where Anaya's family from Kibera danced with Cairo business associates.